Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. Today, we are diving deep into a shocking conversation that unfolded on Arise News Prime Time. It is a discussion that has sent ripples across Nigeria, touching on the very heart of governance and the international relations. We are talking about Senator Ali Ndume, a prominent figure who joined Charles and Yagolo to dissect critical issues facing our nation, including President Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And as you'll see in the sticker, even the threats of possible military action. But what truly grabbed headlines were Ndume'S candid remark about accessibility or lack thereof to the highest office in Nigeria. You don't want to miss this. So sit back and take your watch.
The Tinubu government, I spoke to some of them just literally a few hours ago at very high levels, and they say they've opened direct communication with the White House with regard to this, that they are now, Aso Rock in Abuja is now in direct communication at the very highest levels with the White House.
Why does that have to take you 2 years,
yeah,
Charles?
But that's what they've said they've done. They say they're trying to manage the crisis.
What is manage the crisis? These are people, the government of Tinubu came in, 2.5 years ago or so. Do you know that we don't have ambassadors anywhere?
Yeah, that bit is a bit worrying.
Do you know that we don't have a representative in the UN? I mean, let's say it as it is. And the government should really, I don't like saying this on the TV too, but do you know why? That's the only way I can vent out.
It's important that you say these.
Yeah, because I don't have chance to see the president. You understand? The only time maybe you want to see the president is to run where he's going to, have any event. And maybe if the president sees you, you say, oh, Ndume, this is how they run the government. And I'm telling you, they don't have people in there. They don't have people. You know why I said they don't have any people? If you, Charles, go in anywhere now, out of 10 people, 5 or 6 or 7 will say, this is Charles from Arise TV. But you have people, I said before, they said Ndume is being abusive. It's true that we have, the government is dominated by kakistocracy. I want to repeat that again. And then kleptocrats, all they are concerned about, if you want to see the president, they will ask you how much.
If that is true, then that is.
Do you think I'll come here and lie?
No, I'm just saying that's a shame. That is a disgusting,
and people
appalling
want to.
shame.
Now, if I say, I wrote to them, I asked them, I want to see the president to discuss some national issues. Then they will be playing games and as if you are going to heaven. No.
Senator Ali Ndume did not hold back. He spoke volumes about the inner workings or perhaps the malfunctions of the current administration. So let us break down Senator Ndume's critical assertions. First and foremost, the senator made a profoundly disturbing claim. For you to see President Tinubu, you have to give a bribe. This isn't just a casual remark. It's an accusation of high-level corruption and gatekeeping directly involving the presidency. If such allegations from a sitting senator are true, it paints a grim picture of governance, suggesting that access to the nation's leader is not based on merit or pressing national issues, but on illicit financial transaction. This fundamentally undermines the trust citizens place on their government and casts a long shadow over the integrity of the highest office. It implies a transactional relationship between power and access rather than one of service and public good. Ndume further highlighted a critical shortcoming in Nigeria's diplomatic representation. He stated, "Do you know that we don't have ambassadors anywhere?" And later, "Do you know that we don't have representatives in the UN?" Coming from a senator, these are not minor complaints. They indicate a significant void in Nigeria's foreign policy and the international engagement. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, a nation without proper diplomatic representation is a nation without a strong voice, without vital intelligence, and without effective advocacy for its citizens abroad. The absence of ambassador and a UN representative means Nigeria or Nigeria's interests on the global stage are compromised, its influence diminished, and its ability to respond to international challenges hampered. It suggests an alarming level of neglect in crucial areas of national importance, particularly for a country with Nigeria's regional influence and global aspiration. Perhaps most stinging criticism came when Senator Ndume declared that the government is dominated by kakistocrats and kleptocrats. A kakistocracy refers to a system of government run by worst, least qualified, or most unscrupulous citizens, while kleptocracy signifies a government whose corrupt leaders use their power to exploit the people and natural resources of their own territory in order to extend their personal wealth and political power. These are extremely strong words, especially from an insider, suggesting a deep-seated crisis of competence and integrity at the very core of administration. This isn't just about policy disagreement, it's about the fundamental character and the capability of those in power. If the government is indeed run by such individuals, as Ndume implies, it explains the widespread public frustration, the economic hardship, and the pervasive sense of stagnation that many Nigerians feel. Now, let's connect this internal critique to the international context highlighted in the interview. The conversation, as indicated by the news sticker, was partly spurred by Trump's threatened possible military action in Nigeria. And the overreaching context given was Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern. While Ndume's comments don't directly address religious freedom, the typical basis of CPC, the portrayal of a government plagued by corruption, incompetence, and a lack of proper diplomatic representation certainly feeds into a narrative of instability and poor governance. Such internal weaknesses can invite heightened international scrutiny, whether in the form of specific designation, economic sanctions, or, as the sticker suggested, even more drastic threats. A nation perceived as being run by kakistocrats and kleptocrats, with its leadership inaccessible without bribe, is inherently vulnerable to external pressures and loses credibility in the eye of the international community. The implications for the Nigerian populace are there. When a senator openly states he can't even get an audience with the president without navigating a corrupt system, what hope is there for average citizens seeking justice, accountability, or even just a listening ear from their leaders? This breeds deep public disillusionment, further eroding faith in democratic institutions and fostering an environment where corruption is seen as norm rather than exceptions. It highlights a troubling disconnect between those in power and the people they are meant to serve. The government's responsibility now is immense. These are not allegations that can simply be brushed aside. They demand a swift, transparent, and decisive response, including thorough investigation and genuine efforts to address the systematic issue of corruption and the incompetence. Failure to do so would only validate Ndume's claim and deepen the crisis of confidence in Nigeria's leadership. Senator Ndume's revelation provides a stark and troubling look into the current state of governance in Nigeria. It is a call for accountability, transparency, and a renewed commitment to ethical leadership. What are your thoughts on these explosive claims? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more insights and discussions. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.